everyone. I'm Levita. We got Lexi in the bottom. We got Marlo. And we have Tokyo. Nairobi.
Hey.
And we are giving you straight like that. In this, we'll be talking about relationships, women empowerment, random daily bullshit that Black females talk about on a regular basis. From cheating to video games to ninjas in general. So we're going to get this story going with, why do women cheat? So Marlo, what's one reason why you cheat?
First of all, you say why I cheat as in present tense. I don't cheat currently.
Okay. What is why have you cheated?
I have cheated in the past. Why did I cheat? I mean, I cheated for a variety of different reasons, to be honest with you. It depended on the relationship. So I've cheated before because of lack of attention in the relationship, whether it be sexual or just mental attention.
So you a needy bitch, huh? You a needy bitch? You a needy bitch?
At times, aren't we all as females though?
No, just you.
Bitch, we all needy females at times. We all like attention. We all like affection. Come on.
I don't like my dude to touch me. That shit is aggravating.
Okay, what about you guys? Do you like affection?
Alexis just looked like she aggravated, don't like attention.
No, I don't mind attention. I just don't like for people to see, or like my significant other to see that I'm doing something and I'm busy. And like they're constantly coming to touch, constantly coming to get kisses. And it's like, I'm doing something.
Okay.
Tokyo Vanity.
Who Tokyo Vanity? I'm just Tokyo. I'm not really too fond of touching. Don't touch me like that. You want to rub me here and there. I'm not the let's cuddle and no, get off of me. I don't like it. No.
I don't like cuddling when I sleep. But as far as when we're watching a movie, I do like to cuddle. But stuff like that. Like if I wasn't getting that in my past relationships, I would seek outside of the relationship. Either, cheating can mean a lot of different things too. For some people, cheating is texting. For some people, cheating is physical intimacy. I've done both outside of my relationships. I felt like I've crossed the line in my previous relationships with that.
So would you say that you cheat more, or you have cheated more because of lack of attention, basically, in a nutshell?
Basically, in a nutshell, lack of attention, or just to be petty.
So instead of being petty, why not break up?
That's where the immaturity comes from. Because now I've done that in my previous relationships. I won't do that now. Because I realized, at that point, I probably just should have broke up or just walked away from the relationship. But I was immature.
Lexus, let me ask you. Have you ever cheated?
No.
Have you thought about cheating?
Yes, I have. But then...
Oh shit.
I have, but then it was more of a, what am I going to really get from it? What am I going to get from it? What am I going to get? Sex? It's nothing really for me to get from it besides a big argument or a big...
With who? Who would you get an argument with?
What do you mean?
Who would you get into an argument with? The new one or the old one?
The older one. Because I would tell him. I wouldn't just sleep around and not tell him.
But that's the whole point of cheating is to keep it to yourself.
But probably not at that moment. I wouldn't tell him, but I wouldn't just keep it forever.
No, I mean, you could. I mean, the whole point of cheating is basically Like you can do both without getting caught. I mean, the only way you can do it without telling on yourself. The only
I
time
don't
you
know.
telling yourself is if you catch feelings.
Well, that too, but I just don't feel like in this day and age, it's like
Safe.
it's like right. It's not a safe thing to keep a secret of you having physical sex with somebody else.
Affairs. Yeah.
I mean,
You know,
cheating doesn't necessarily have to be physical. Also,
I don't think of cheating as anything other than physical sex. I don't think of it mentally. I don't think of it no. I think physical cheating to me is physical sex. That's it.
So let me
yeah.
ask you a question. If your significant other were texting somebody else and sending flirtatious messages, you wouldn't consider that cheating?
I wouldn't consider it cheating. To me, no, I don't consider it cheating because I just don't. There was no physical contact. To me, to cheat is to sleep with somebody else. That's cheating. That's
Now,
lying. That's cheating.
cheating can be like talking on the phone to a guy. It doesn't necessarily have to be about sex. It can be emotional. It could be mental.
Well, I mean, everybody has their own, their own meaning to what cheating is.
Yeah.
But mine's is just physical sex.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. In your current relationship, have you ever texted anyone of the opposite sex and like felt a little bit of a little bit of a flutter?
No.
Bitch, you just dry and unmoisturized. I'm gonna need you just to cheat a little bit or something.
Can I say this?
What?
I mean, for me personally, because this can be another topic too, but for me personally, I feel like emotional cheating is way worse than physical cheating.
Yeah.
Right? I would be more upset if you were like breaking down barriers with somebody else, telling somebody else you love them, opening up more to somebody else, and just fucking me, than if you just fucked a random bitch. You know, that hurts. Yes, that hurts like a motherfucker, but I'm gonna be way more upset if you're emotionally attached to that person.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. Would you be, say for instance, you found out that your dude cheated on you? Would you be mad if he got head or if he got cheeks? What would make you more mad?
Both.
Why?
It's physical.
I mean, but head is head and cheeks is cheeks. Cheeks is like entering.
But it's physical. It don't matter. It's physical. I mean, emotional is gonna piss me off way more, but it's still gonna piss me off the physical part. But whatever physical, whether it's head, whether it's ass, whether it's kissing, that for me crosses the line too.
I personally feel like kissing is more intimate than sex itself because like to kiss you gotta like have like feelings and all this other shit and y'all got to be like really feeling each other.
That's some prostitution type shit. That's some Pretty Women type shit. So how do you
that is because she said no kissing. She did say that.
You got something to tell us, Louis? What about you, Tokyo?
I mean
I agree with Alexis. I don't take cheating and stuff as like you texting and flirting. You can text and flirt. But once you physically get crazy, you've crossed that line to cheating. Because I've been there. I've texted before. I've flirted before, but I wasn't cheating. When you get to
so would you rather be the
doing
cheater or the cheatee? You want to be the cheater
I
or the
don't
cheatee?
choose. I'm one of them people, it don't matter. If you cheat on me, then I'd rather just know, like inform me on what you got going on, because it's always somebody that's probably gonna look better, be better, coochie probably better, booty probably better, who knows. I don't do oral sex. So if he cheat on me with somebody who willing to swallow him whole, then that's my loss, but I don't care. As far as me cheating.
Look at us smiling.
You know how I feel about that.
But the world doesn't know. The world doesn't know. So please explain.
I don't. When it comes to cheating, I don't agree with cheating. Like, don't get me wrong. I don't agree with it. But like I said, it's always something in a relationship that's missing. And sometimes you give that person that you with so much time to fix it, and then they don't fix it. And then you have this other person that have what they're missing. And me personally, I'd rather just get that little.
So that's that 80-20 rule, though.
Cool, Levita. Call it what you want to call it. The 90-20, the 30-30. Like, listen. If he got it and I need it. But it's not one of them. Yeah, but it's not one of them things to where it's like, oh, you cheat on anybody. You cheat on him with anybody. I wouldn't do that. Like, I don't believe in cheating. I just feel like if that's what you're going to do, you're going to do it regardless to what. Something is missing from the situation you got going on that you're still looking for. And a lot of people cheat because the situation that they're in is not what fit them. And they'd rather go looking for what's missing. Because, come on, let's be honest. How many of us is in a relationship that's just like, bruh, you fucking up? And then you have that person that you're probably either already used to that have what you're missing. And you just go into that person to fill in the blanks. But you don't want to leave with your current situation, if that makes sense. But whatever. I don't mind.
Go ahead, boo.
I don't know. You mentioned something about like being honest with that person, right? So wouldn't you rather prefer, like, maybe, for lack of a better term, an open relationship? Like, where you're both
negative
on the same page, like, okay, you go.
Why not an open relationship?
First and foremost, when I hear open relationship, I hear of like diseases
community.
Charges and all the bad shit. I'm not for that. Like, I don't believe in open relationships. But like I said, I'm not really big on cheating. Some people cheat because with the situation that they're in is missing something. Me personally, if I'm going to cheat on you, you're missing something big that's necessary in a relationship. And I probably don't want to just say, well, F you and push you along, because everything that you do come with is what I probably need at the moment, or something that's going to keep me stable. Like, for instance, my boyfriend now, he have everything as far as a woman would want. But his one flaw that I cannot stand, my ex-boyfriend has that. My ex-boyfriend don't have that. So it's like, if I was to cheat on him with anybody, it would be my ex-boyfriend, because he have what this one don't have. Like, that situation don't have what this situation have. If that make that, like, understand what I'm saying?
It makes sense.
I get what you're saying. I use open relationship, again, for lack of a better term, but I think it's defined on how you define it in your relationship. So you can have an open relationship that's like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna go out and fuck everybody. Or you could have an open relationship that's like, okay, I got this person that I also happen to like. That's I think they call it
Sharon? Right, like Sharon. No.
But what's the difference? What is the difference besides them, everybody being aware of what's actually going on?
For me, I'm gonna be honest with you. For me, I've cheated. I've done the cheating. I've been the cheater. I've been cheated on. I've done all of it, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I cheated because I was bored. I cheated because I was lonely. I cheated because I needed something to do. I cheated because I needed entertainment. I cheated for a lot of reasons, and it basically boiled down to, you're not gonna do me, and you can't do what I do. That's how I look at shit. If I want to do something, I'm gonna do it, but you can't do what I'm doing. Point blank, period. Now, I've also said to, like, my current relationship, I'm like, let's have an open relationship. That way, because don't get me wrong, he's done his dirt. But at the end of the day, it's like, let's have an open relationship. Guys don't want you doing what they do to you. And as soon as you do what they do,
Like,
it's over. It's World War II.
Guys have a possession problem, I feel like.
But when we get possessive, it's like, hold up, you crazy and this, that, and the other. No, I'm just doing what you did.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So that's like my mentality growing up. Like I legit thought like a guy, acted like a guy, and this, that. And it wasn't until going through all the drama, bullshit, aggravation in this current situation to where it was like, let's just have an open relationship.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like my thing also is I'm not letting you pick the chick because I seen what you laid down with.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I've seen what you laid down with. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but as far as open relationships, like, listen, you got to find that one that you can actually be like, all right, let's do this, and they'll agree to it.
Mm-hmm.
But then you got 9 times out of 10, they not going to.
Or you set down barriers and they overstep those barriers. Like I listen to this one lady on Instagram, right, and YouTube. She's called Sham Booty. If you guys want to
Sham Booty.
Sham Booty, okay? And she's a sexologist, right? And she started off her relationship with her husband now as an open relationship. So yes, they were open and they could sleep with whoever they choose, but they would have certain ground rules. So they would be in the know. So if he wanted to go out and sleep with somebody, he would give her a heads up, and he would let her know who he slept with. Like, so that way she wasn't. I think for me, you know, cheating, what upsets me about it is not being in the know. So like us as women, we can have a girl come up to us like, oh yeah, I sucked your man's dick last night. Okay, as an open relationship, my man hopefully would tell me that. So I can be like, yeah, he told me about it. He told me you were fucking trash. Like,
see right there, that my thing right there is like, if a girl was to come up to you and be like, oh, I to your man or whatever the case may be, you wouldn't have to say, oh, he said you were trash. You know what I'm saying? Because like that's a level of growth. You'd be like, okay. You ain't gotta like, oh, he said your shit was trash, and it's just a level of growth. You can be like, all right, and what are we here for? You know what I'm saying? Like I've had people come to my house talking about, oh, I did this, okay, and I'm supposed to do what, backflips? You know what I'm saying? Like you get to a point where you don't. I'm not gonna say you don't care, but if you do have that open relationship, yeah, you do have to have boundaries. You do have to set limits and stuff like that, and you do have to be in the know. But at the same time, you have to also ask yourself, do you want to know?
True, because sometimes knowing is hard.
Yeah, boo.
What kind of situation would you think you've created then?
A fucking monster.
No, I think you would create okay, I feel like in order to be in an open relationship, you gotta be an actual open person. So in being in an open relationship, you gotta realize that you have no ownership over anybody. So if that person happened to sleep with somebody else and fell in love with somebody else, you just gotta own that. You just gotta let that one go, because you know what? I want you to be free. I want you. This is what this whole experiment is about. And if you found somebody better than me, then go ahead and be with that person. I don't want to keep you trapped down here if you found somebody that suits you a little bit better. But for right now, I mean, how I see relationships is this. We're enjoying each other for this moment in time. Like I don't believe in like life partners or true loves or any shit like that. I just believe the person that you're with right now, you're just supposed to experience that part of life with them at this particular time. But I have no ownership to that person. Like, yes, would I like that person to be with me? Yes. But if they want to be with somebody else, okay, then be with somebody else.
Lexi, you awfully quiet. What you think about it?
Well, I put my hand up a number of times, but was skipped over a number of times. Thank you for actually considering my... Hi, I'm back. Hello.
Oh, you know what, Saltiness? I don't need this type of attitude right now. I didn't see your little hand go up.
It went up 4 times.
I didn't see it. I didn't see it.
Whatever.
Go ahead.
I did have a question previously.
Bitch, I'm done.
Forgot. Shit. Okay. But I want to ask a question, right? If you're in a relationship, say you've been with this person for 7 years, 8 years. You know this person. They know you. Wouldn't you be able to tell that there's a change in this person that I know I didn't create?
Guys change, women don't.
Guys change, women don't. Women do.
I think women.
No, guys switch up their routine. That's how you can tell if a guy is cheating. Women, we tend to stay the same to a point.
We stay the same with what we're doing, with what is being done, but we don't stay the same emotionally.
No, not at all.
Emotionally. And
yes.
A man who has been with somebody for numerous years would be able to see that their significant other has a change.
Yes.
Now, what those changes are, I don't know.
I mean, you would, like, I'm not going to sit up here and act like I've never, a woman would become emotionally detached.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Ashlyn.
Can I tell us a funny story real quick?
No, bitch, because you're long-winded.
Let me tell you a funny story real quick, because this is gonna be good for the podcast. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it in.
Bitch, we do it. You gotta do it. You gotta keep it in there.
I don't know if I'm gonna keep it in there, but I got a story of me cheating, right?
No, okay. You better watch it. You know you trying to post this.
So I cheated in a previous relationship, right? So I cheated with this person, and so
this bitch laughing. What the fuck she laughing?
Okay, so fuck it. Okay, so I happened to have gotten really drunk that night. So the next day I got a hangover until like 8 o'clock at night, right?
Is that the toilet scene?
No, that's for
okay.
Wait, that was actually the same night. I forgot about it. Anyway, so he comes over, right? And like he's starting to kiss on me. And he just feels like something's off. Because he already knows, like, I'm hungover. So I was drunk from the night before. And I'm like a little standoffish. Because now it's like women, I think, physically we might back off a little bit. At least with me, I backed off a little bit. It's like I just was all up in another man. I don't want to be all up in you, or at least I want to take a shower first, and I didn't have a chance.
Okay.
So he starts to ask where my phone's at. Now I have text messages saying we met up at the hotel and shit. So
You're supposed to delete them.
I know, but again, I was hungover. So,
Alexis, she was clean yet dirty.
No, I was very dirty in this. So we're on the bed, we're kissing and everything. So I feel my cell phone by my feet. So I go and kick the cell phone off the bed. I somehow make a maneuver. I kick the cell phone under the bed. He asks where my cell phone's at. I'm like, it might be in the kitchen. So as he goes to the kitchen and tries to get my cell phone, I'm deleting the shit out of my phone. Like, I'm like, oh.
Why you got to go through so many ninja moves just to get your phone?
It was a predicament. So
it could have been a life or death situation.
Yes. So he brings me back to the bed. And he starts, doing stuff to me. And he starts to go down south.
Listen, first of all, I fault you for not coming straight home taking a shower. I fault you.
Yeah,
I'm not mad at him. I fault you.
I
fault you. You to blame.
Everything was my fault.
Okay, because you should have went home and took a shower and been fresh if you knew you was having company over that night.
I didn't know I was having company.
You still should have went home and took a shower after you came home from the hotel.
Again, I was super drunk. Again, this was the night that I woke up on the bathroom floor of the hotel with the hotel clerk opening up the door.
Woke you up. I remember that story. I remember that.
So it was a night.
Ashlyn, for the sake of having this on record, you will just say that it was a forced entry. Okay? Just say.
Sometimes shit happens. So basically, really.
Y'all hoes ain't shit.
Shit. And you know I'm white because I ain't even knock and say, who is it?
You sure did. You just opened the door.
And it's mad dark out here. She just
I ain't even, you know I'm white. I think everybody innocent.
Well, I'm over here talking and my mic was muted.
But I can hear. I was the only one that can hear.
So you've never ever, Lex?
No.
You're pure as hell. Bitch, don't try to look all innocent. Fuck you.
She looked like she lying.
She do look like
She
she
looked
lying.
like she is
I
lying.
apologize, but I haven't.
Everybody cheated before. I've never cheated before either. I just did it on the breaks.
See that?
You know what? That's what my dude said too. I never cheated. When we went together, I did. Nigga, we lived together forever.
Is that cheating? Like if
Nope.
you guys break up, right? If you guys say you're broken up and you do something in the midst of that, break up. And
How long y'all broken up?
Y'all said you were broken up though.
The question remains, how long? That was the only question.
Only time I feel like it's cheating when you know you're gonna get back together.
Yeah, how come both y'all hoes ain't answering the question? It's how long?
That was
Wait,
it.
what do you mean how long? How long what?
How long in between breaks did y'all cheat before y'all? I can't even say cheated. How long in between breaks did y'all go sleep with somebody else?
I'm not gonna say that.
I've never really.
In general, what's appropriate?
Well, how come y'all can't give numbers, days, hours? Because I feel like yours was minutes. Marlo, I feel like you was minutes. Marlo. I really do.
No.
I can't answer that part.
Look at her.
Was I texting up people? Maybe, because I had my backup. But like, as far as like physical, no. Yeah.
I would text like the day we break up. Asking, what are you doing? Text.
So is it wrong to like continuously text someone throughout your relationship? I'm just asking. I'm asking for a friend.
It all depends.
Like, what are you texting them? Again, what are you texting them? Is it emotional?
It all depends.
I mean,
what's the conversation.
my friend would think that. My friend thinks it is.
That's emotional.
Your friend think what is?
That it can be considered emotional.
So there's a connection with this other person.
It all depends.
Yes.
Oh, then
yeah, that's different.
So is that cheating? I'm asking for a friend.
How emotional is it?
How about this? You got to explain the situation just a little bit deeper.
There's like, I miss you. I love you. I want to be with you.
That's cheating.
That's baby girl. Cheating. It's not cheating.
It's not cheating. See, that's the thing. I don't look at it as cheating.
That's not cheating. You're just letting me know how you feel.
You miss me.
I feel like it's cheating when you act on it. If you text me like I miss you, if you text me like can I meet up with you, it becomes cheating when it's physical. You could text me until you turn blue in the face. Like you could text
me. That don't mean I have to.
That does not mean my feelings is in the same place as yours, and that does not mean I'm gonna act off of that. Now, when you start
I can say I miss you because you said it to me.
But what?
I mean, if I don't miss you, I'm not gonna say that either. The only time I'm gonna say I miss you too is when I miss you. Now, if I miss something about you, like the sex, little stuff like that, then I'm gonna let it be known. Like, nah, I miss the sex, or that's the problem. People mix their feelings because they're trying to make somebody else happy. If somebody texts me like I miss you and I'm in a whole relationship, if I don't miss you, I'm gonna make sure I don't miss you, and I'm gonna make sure I'm happy where I'm at. If you text me like, yo, I'm trying to have sex and I'm on the same type of time, and then let's have sex. But I'm not going to sit there and try to match your feelings to make you happy. We moved on for a reason.
I agree.
You sound aggressive. She sounded aggressive too.
Because that's my area. Like, I got to let you know now. No.
I agree.
No.
I just feel like if you're texting somebody first, like I miss you, I want to be.
Yeah, that's the thing. From what my friend told me, she gets the text messages first.
True.
Oh, me too. I get the messages.
Every woman gets text messages like that from dudes in the past saying, I miss you. You can either respond.
But that's what I told her. Like, I tell her, don't respond. I said, because at the end of the day, y'all in two different states. Like,
listen, bitch,
what is he
he
doing
did you wrong?
Like, it don't even, no.
If he did her wrong,
No,
it all
she
depends
did
on her
him
situation. Oh, okay. Well, then you can't tell.
She did
her
him wrong.
Because if she did him
What?
wrong, then she probably trying to fix it. She should fix it.
Because if she did him wrong and he's still texting up, I miss you.
I mean, she cheated on him with her current situation.
He a whole bitch.
Oh no, you can't call him that.
Yes, because he need to have some pride. Have some pride in your.
You can't call him that because his feelings probably
she
really
cheated
there.
on. I mean, he got married, had kids with other people and everything, but they got a divorce also.
Well, he probably.
This is what she told me.
See, but that's why I say women, not to cut y'all off, but women really do. We have to take like some type of initiative when it comes to men, because women will fuck a man up. Like, all jokes aside, if you got that right man and then you start playing on his feelings and shit, and then you just ditch him for somebody else or just ditch him for the time of the moment, that's not cool. Like, that's really not cool, because if she did him foul, then he's still texting her after all of this time, after families and marriages, divorces and shit. That means he probably was really into her and he saw something in her that she probably didn't see in herself. And it's further than.
That's what she said. She said that he did.
Yeah, it's more than just a relationship. Because at this point, y'all know, like, I know.
Bitch? Why you look confused?
Because you know what? Like, I don't know. I've had situations, right, where dudes have been texting me that I love you, I care about you, and all this shit. And like, I'm like, well, where did these emotions spring from? Like, I've had dudes that, like, I've never been emotionally vulnerable. I've never really had deep conversations with them, and they just like, yeah, I really feel like things could work out between us, and they'd still be texting me like years later, and I'm just like, well, where, like, why? This has had nothing.
It's probably the little things about you. You never know. Listen, you never know, because to you could probably be like, I wasn't shit to this man, like nothing. I didn't pay him no mind. But it's probably the times that you did pay him attention when he mostly needed it. Like, it's the little things that we don't pay attention to that they pay attention to. Because trust me, I sit in my house all the time and be like, where did that feeling come from? Like, I didn't show you any type of emotional support when this took place and that took place, and you love me? Like, you want to have kids by me? So you're like, oh no, not this coochie. But it happens. It definitely happens.
I mean, I kind of see it.
What, Lexi?
Lexi
raised her hand. Shut the hell up.
Lexi raised her hand.
I saw it that time. I saw it.
I'm about to haul ass down this road. So
I think that emotionally, for anybody who's trying to,
is my car messing you up?
No. Anybody who's trying to live another life while having somebody else, that's how I see it. I feel like they're trying to find something in themselves and have somebody else who's, like, say, for instance, this person that you're with now, this current person, is not bringing out something different about you. So now this other person that you're talking to or that you was with before, they were pulling on it, but you didn't want it. Now you want him to pull those feelings out for you, if it makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, of course, like, I can see, because, like, they're missing something in their relationship, and that person brings something else to them that other person that they're with in a relationship does not bring.
Well, I'm talking as far as like for instance, I'm talking like, okay, for instance, your current situation now, loves playing the game, and like, yo, babe, come sit and play the game, and you're like, nah, I don't want to play the game. I'm just gonna go in the room and watch TV. But then the person that you miss, like, hey, you want to go take a walk and talk? And you like, yeah, I'd love to go take a walk and talk. He does different things, brings out different things out of you and different feelings out of you by just doing something different.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying too. It doesn't have to be sex. People cheat because they bring something different within them, and that's
they're
why
lacking something. That like it lacks something.
it's not only physical, but that's why I'm saying cheating can be emotional too. Because okay, this person's not playing video games with me, but that person is. So I'm going to give more attention to that person because that person's giving me something that the other person is not. Not necessarily physical, but because that person's providing that emotional support. So again, bringing it back to the women cheating and why women cheat is because sometimes it's not necessarily about the physical aspect of the cheating. Sometimes
it's emotional.
Emotional support somebody, and sometimes don't give us that emotional support that we need. This dude's willing to listen to all of our shit because yes, he might have ulterior motives because he wants to, but he's listening and you're not. So I'm gonna go and him and emotionally I'm cheating because I'm gaining feelings from him.
That'd be the fucked up part too. It's like when you start to get feelings for the person you're not supposed to have feelings for, that mess up the whole situation right there. Cause it's like, damn, I'm stuck between two people now. So it's like, what do I do at this point? My phone about to die. It's like, what do you do? What do you do now?
I've never been stuck between two people.
I have.
I've never been attached. Let me say this for all the niggas that I've cheated with, and I hope y'all watching. I've never been emotionally attached to either any woman. It was strictly physical. Fucking y'all could go off a cliff tomorrow, and I couldn't. Fuck about it. I'm gonna be.
Bitch, you talking out
Whoever
your
dated
ass?
I'm speaking straight facts. I'm speaking.
You talking out your ass? You talking out your ass, little booty? That's what you doing. You talking out your ass, little booty.
I never cheated. Here's why. Because I do not want to have a situation to where I left somebody that I could have fixed something with for somebody who just turned out to just have good dick and ain't shit.
That be the main ones we cheat with.
Right.
Or you cheat with a motherfucker, okay, thinking that they might have good dick because they talking all that shit, but meanwhile can't do shit like this.
Right. So now you're back to square one.
It was a wasted body.
A jobless, no dick man when you could have had Okay,
I have a question. Do you ever think it would come a time where you will feel the need to where you wouldn't have to cheat?
Yes.
Hopefully that'll happen.
Hopefully.
Why Alexa's voice sound like that? Hopefully.
Because it's like here's why. Because it's just like you, especially if you've been with someone for years and not just a month or 6 months, but if you've been with someone for years, you don't want to just let it go because you never will feel like you gave it everything. You never will feel like you've actually attempted everything.
Yes, you will.
And you don't want to. You don't want to let someone go.
Yes, you do.
That you necessarily could have built more with.
Yes, you do.
Listen, can I stop you right there? One time, first of all,
I love that gray.
That's where everybody get life twisted at, because they take the time that you put in with someone and they make you think you have to stick it out. Negative, okay? I've been with someone for 10 years. And the second I feel that it's not worth it, we're not going to keep doing that. Oh, but we've done this for this long and we came here and we came there. No. Once the relationship has ran its course, let it go. You will know when it's time to let it go.
I'll say this from experience because I grew up with my parents. They should have gotten a divorce years ago, and I had to grow up with them fighting and arguing and all this shit. And like, there came a point in time that they would always say, "Oh, I'm getting a divorce and all this." I'm like, thank God, please stop this shit, because I
That's the
just want you
thing.
guys to be happy separately.
Point. The reason why I understand is because you're trying to create an image in your daughter's head of family. You're trying to show her that there's no such, like, that, you know, there is a such thing in this world as one family. You know, a lot of kids you see that it's just the mom. It's just mom. It's always just mom. The dad does the bare minimum and mom busts her ass for her babies. And we appreciate that as children. At about 16, we start to realize that mommy is the one that does everything. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's important. There is a such thing for her to realize that she doesn't have to accept everything. So it's like 50-50. You're trying to show her family, but you're trying to also show her she doesn't have to tolerate every little thing.
Gotcha.
You understand what I'm saying?
I got you.
Tokyo.
I didn't want to say it.
So, the only issue with that, speaking from experience, right? When parents try to show you, like my mom tried to show me, that when you're in a relationship, it's okay to stick it out when that's the person you love, that's the person that's helping you, that's the person that is going to be there, whatever, all that other stupid shit. No, it does not work that way, because you're going to get used to getting in a relationship, and as long as that person is helping you, your mental state means nothing. That's not good. And then like, you're a black woman, so her dad is a black male. So now that, you know, when she wake up, she see both my mom and my dad. When she go to sleep, I'm going to sleep to both my mom and my dad. But she don't see that her mom and her dad is happy. So while raising her, she don't have much happiness to see. Like, even if you fake it for her, trust me, she knows that niggas is not happy. Because if y'all was happy, daddy wouldn't be on that couch, mommy wouldn't be over here, and we'll be doing things together. So you don't want to paint that image to her to you don't want to paint that image to where she feel like she has to stick it out as a African American young girl. You don't want her to look at a man and say, "Oh, my mom and my dad stuck it out." Turn that down. You don't want her to think. You don't want her to think like, my mom and my dad stuck it out, so I have to stick it out. Because that's when, in the future, if something is to start bothering her, or she is to start to go through something, Lavita, she's gonna hide that from you because you stuck it out. And I'm only speaking from experience, because I've seen my mom stick shit out as a kid. And as I grew older, and when I started getting into not even relationships, because I've been in 2 real relationships, and in both relationships, it was just like, oh yeah, I'm gonna just stick it out because I've seen my mom stick it out. But when deep down inside, when shit is not right, I'm not saying up and run, but when it's not right and you try to fix it, not once, not twice, but 3 times, it's time to go. Some shit is just not meant to work out. And once you allow her to get comfortable with seeing you stick shit out with a no good man, white, black, green, gray, Asian, it don't matter. She's gonna grow up thinking that it's okay. And then she's gonna eventually start hiding things from you to make you think that whoever she's with is making her happy, even if she's not happy. That's not good.
Well, I get y'all, but I want to end this on a funny note. After sex, who lays in the wet spot? Just asking who.
Who made the wet spot? Who made the wet spot?
I don't think Alexis get a wet spot. Let's get Alexis a vibrator.
Actually, both of y'all made the wet spot, but who lays in it?
Him.
Yeah.
Roll over.
If I made the wet spot, I'm like, you know what? We should just change the sheets. Like,
I mean, you do change your sheets, but I mean, if it's wet, who roll over and lay in it?
Because you want to be seen.
I do gotta say, there was a situation last night where, you know, stuff got a little messy, but it was my fault. So I decided.
So you laid in the wet spot?
I laid on it because it was my fault because I didn't properly contain the mess as I should.
Man, I will haul ass if I do that. It be so cold.
It's sticky. It be nasty.
It's so cold.
I get a towel and wipe it off. I'm like, we ain't doing this.
Too cold for me, boy. You feeling like you in living color? I pass. It's cold.
Living color.
Cut it out.
Lexus, have you ever laid in the wet spot?
I again said I did, but of course I wasn't believed.
Was it cold?
I had an AC on.
So it was
girl,
cold.
you be tweaking.
So it was cold.
Yes, it was.
Them babies was frozen, huh?
Artificial insemination it is.
Stupid, yeah.
Okay, one more question.
Mm-hmm.
How long, in your current relationship, how long did it take for you to shit in front of him?
2 days. Look at her face. 2 days.
I think it took Warren. When me and you first started dating, how long did it take me to use the bathroom in front of you? Like take a shit?
You can hold my hand, mommy.
Me and Warren started dating in 2011.
How long did it take?
I think like how many? I think it was like 4 months because they moved to a house.
So, does that include passing gas also?
He said it took like a year. I honestly like just started passing gas in front of him.
So you shit in front of him before you pass gas in front of him?
I never shit in front of him. I used to leave his mom's house to go home to shit every Sunday.
That's a fact.
Every Sunday you shit?
Clean and clear, baby girl. Was there Friday afternoon and Sunday afternoon. I was in my mother's house tearing her fucking bathroom up.
Okay, all righty then.
I used to go down to the quick check and use the bathroom, even though the bathroom was on the other side of the house. I used to go to quick check to use the bathroom.
Yeah, no, I'm not. That's not.
Bitch, that's too much.
You used to go to public restrooms?
Instead of blowing up their house, yes.
Lexus, what about you?
2 years.
I'm gonna give my cousin some X-Lax.
2
I'm gonna make you tear that
Even
house down.
When I first started dating Calvin, the first time that I used the bathroom, he just I just came out of the bathroom, and he just went in. And I was like, I'm sorry. You could have told me that you was coming out.
Count to 100.
It was history for me.
I don't think I'll ever be comfortable enough with a person to shit in front of them. Like, actually in front of them, that they're watching.
Oh, no. Not in front of you.
No, not in front of them, because you may sometimes.
So then y'all can't come to my house.
Push.
Y'all can't come to my house then.
If you anything like my mother, it wouldn't be surprising. Like, my mom will go to the bathroom with the door open. She will take, she'll be like, I'm out this bathroom. Sis will sit on the toilet with her blunt and hold the whole conversation. Like, what are you doing?
Yes, door open and everything, having conversation. Like, they be in the doorway.
This is the kind of niece. This is the kind of niece that I am, right? When I go to my aunt's house and I go to speak to her, and we be talking, and she goes to the bathroom, out of respect, I just turn my back, so and she's like, "So I'm gonna talk
what
to you."
What you doing?
I'm like, I'm respectfully allowing you to use the restroom.
Yep. No, that's disrespect when you give us your back. No, you can't smell my shit now. My shit stinks.
Yeah, and don't like that. And be like, so you want? I gotta talk to your back, miss. Hey,
what you we don't have to talk at all. We don't have to. We'll talk later. You tell me when you're done. And
right.
I'll let you have your moment.
No, just send me a quick email letting me know that you have.
Text me.
She'll try to call you back.
Stop. Y'all ain't shit. Just so you know.
That's some real
Y'all ain't shit.
I don't think I will ever be comfortable enough. I have peed in front of my current partner, but I made him turn his back.
Well, that's it for Straight Like That. Hit that click, subscribe, whatever you know you're supposed to do. Give us our props, give us our roses while we're alive so we can smell them. Yeah, we trying to get this money up. Let's do what we do. And come back next week.
Oh.
We gonna be here. We gonna be here. So yeah, Marlo, Tokyo, Lex, Vita, we here straight like that. Throw them up.
Comment, like, subscribe.
Bitch, bye.